What's up, my guys? It's your boy Gregulus. Hey, that's me. It has been a very long time, emphasis on very long time, since I have streamed. And I'm hoping everything sounds good. I have Ethan in the chat. Ethan, if you can hear me, see me, wave to me, let me know what's going on. Uh, he says, I've got a little salt on the beard. That's right. It has been about, oh God, it's got to be about 3-4 years since I've been online with you guys. Maybe even 5. I don't even know how long it's been. I'd have to go and look at that. But I am thankful and happy to be back. Ethan, I love you. You've just boosted me. I was very nervous about getting on here and doing this again, but you give me the joy, you give me the hype, you give me the adrenaline. I appreciate you. Yeah, he says, yeah, around half a decade. So listen, this is a new stream. This is something I'm doing called the High Songs of Coatunn, or Coatunn. And this is kind of a little baby project thing that I have been working on for several years behind the scenes on my own, directly connected to my most favorite character I've ever done, Griorn Smashstone. And from that character, from when I first found D&D, from I first jumped into this TTRPG world, I have been creating a lot of it up here, a lot of it in my brain, and I haven't pushed myself to get it down on paper as much as I probably should have. And I thought, why not do that with you guys here? Yes, the one from Navigawa. Now, see, that's a great point, Ethan. He's no longer from Navigawa. He is from a different place, but same idea, because that concept was something that was brought into another stream we were doing, and it was like my island, their naming. And so I want to revisit, look at that whole situation, rebuild from there. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because honestly, my world, the concept for my world is essentially like Indigenous Caribbean meets like Viking mythology. It connects the two worlds, which are both near and dear to me. They're both things that I enjoy. And it's like Indigenous historical Caribbean, but also modern Caribbean ideas, a lot of dwarves, a lot of island dwarves, a lot of obsidian, and it meets sort of Viking sailing. Yeah, it's like Tropic Nordic. That's a great way of describing it. Thanks. So I haven't planned anything in terms of what I'm going to say and how we're going to do this. I'm just going to roll this out with you guys and hope you enjoy the content, and you know, kind of grow this together. And in fact, since you're here with me, Ethan, like, you know, we got to start thinking about names and things as we go along. In terms of the series itself, I want to do a lot of map working, NPC building, talking about the culture here, and more so, I think what I want to do different is sort of the vision that I had with Griorn. He was a skald, he was a bardarian, if you will, and so I want to do this thing called High Songs, where that's how the culture and the record of the culture is both passed on, it's built, as well as, you know, just dwarven in the stone, writing it and locking it in forever. Oh, look at Johnny's here. Shield the Warforged. She says, I hear John is a great name for just about anything. That's true. It does particularly suit porta potties. Nailed it. Burn this. Love you. So anyway, that's the general idea. Like I said, I'm just going with the flow here, trying to have some fun, get back into streaming. If you guys ride with me, I really appreciate that. And I guess really the best way for me to start is I have a spreadsheet, where I have sort of started things. Oh, look at that fancy transition. That was cool, right? Yes, I have a spreadsheet. I've done things, and I'm going to derp my way through this as we go. Let me see if we can just sort of sort some music out here. The daunting sheet of spreads. I love a good spreadsheet. I knew you would. It's because you're a robot, John. That is a 100% why. So, uh, when discussing the world of Coatunn, I have sort of a core concept that I've written out, and maybe I'll just read it. It's probably easier. Coatunn is a living world born from the union of two ancient forces, Bergona, the mountain mother of frost and stone, and Fauna, the primordial flame spirit of creation and change. Their meeting did not end in destruction, but in balance. Frost tempered flame, flame awakened stone. The world that emerged is one of volcanic islands, storm wrapped seas, and lands where every place remembers being made. Coatunn is not gentle, but it is intentional. Nothing exists without purpose, memory, or consequence. And this setting is designed for myth forward storytelling, emotional roleplay, and a sense that the land itself is an active participant in the story. Bleep bloop, bleep blorp. Um, for me, as we do this together, a lot of the naming conventions that I would like to use both pulls from like Arawak, Tano, Carib, just the indigenous language. I will probably lock into, as we go more north, into sort of different actual real world indigenous cultures, um, mixed with the Viking culture. I think that is both connects it to people, it connects it to this world in my brain. And I don't know if that works with people. Like, I guess that's the direction we'll go in. Um, Overall, I have this really cool, there's no music playing, is there? There we go. It's first stream bloopers. You know what I'm saying? I had written out some thematic rules of the world, and I don't know if this is exciting for people or if this is boring, but this is just the way my brain works. I like to kind of outline the overarching stuff, but really and truly, that just helps lay a foundation for where I want to start. And I want to start from the island of, as Ethan had called it, Navigawa. We're going to give it a different naming convention, but yeah. So some of the thematic rules of the world, these sort of principles I've written should guide all lore, play, and narrative decisions. And I guess a lot of this stuff was originally, I had a dying hope. In fact, John's here. I had a dying hope that someone would DM my world. And so I wanted to outline and give some expectations and guidelines here. So, anyway, duality is not opposition. So, fire and ice, destruction and renewal, motion and endurance are not enemies. They're just different expressions of the same cycle. Ethan says here, if you ever start up a campaign for this world, save me a slot. 100%, buddy. I would love that. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the point. I don't know where this is going to go. This is more a personal indulging situation, I guess. For me, it just felt like I needed to get this out and see where it goes in the world. I love the idea of the duality between the tropic and the Nordic. I love the idea of honoring indigenous cultures, as well as putting the Viking in there, and sort of like the Tolkien dwarvish vibe, that energy, which is also kind of hard baked into the D&D world as well. I just love dwarves. I love yelling at people, and I love being drunk. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart. Throughout the stories or throughout the world, like, one of the main things to take away is that the land sort of remembers. The land is alive, although it's cycling on a cycle that probably most generations of different races in the world will never see or understand, or different generations will never see happen. But it is constantly renewing itself through different, I guess, dare to say, cataclysms. Just quickly, I guess, so to outline sort of the main gods that are part of the creation story. There's Bergona, the mountain mother, and Bergona emerged from the northern void, obviously known as Bergona, and the endless dark of cold and silence. She birthed the 9 Jotun, colossal spirits of frost, stone, and storm. Her nature is endurance, memory, and patience. Though vast and distant, Bergona listens. So think mountains, think ice, think like the Jotun Viking mythologies. That would be all on the northern side, and that world crashes into the southern side, which is spirited by Fauna, the flame spirit, who rose from the southern blaze, the living fire beneath the world. Fana is movement, transformation, and uncontained potential. So fire destroys, but also renews. It feeds, it grows, it awakens spirits, and reshapes lands. And I thought that duality is cool. It's been done. It's not this is not a new concept in any way. The whole fire and ice. But what I wanted to add into that is when they meet. So that's how the world was created. So Huravind, the spiraling storm, was born from the first breath released when the two of them met. And Huravind embodies the truth that destruction and renewal are one path. So storm cycles, inevitable change, that's his domain. And his teachings form the philosophical backbone of early civilizations. Out of that, I want to grow into a whole history or a pantheon of different gods and mythology, and et cetera, et cetera. But for this first stream, I think that's a bit much. I was thinking of sitting down and maybe doing like a live map drawing or some sketching. I did find this really cool program here. I'll switch over to that now. Found this cool program, and I thought, before I do anything, maybe we could work on it together. This is a map maker called Asgar. Asgar's fantasy map generator, and it's pretty cool. I clicked a few buttons before. Every time you can click new map, and it'll automatically create a random map. That's interesting. Now, how do I scroll out here? Why is the bottom cut off? I don't know. I can scroll in, but that's as far out as it goes. But look how detailed this will go. And it gives you like the paths, the main highways, roadways. It gives you rivers. It gives you names of all different cities and whatnot, which is really cool. I want to have way more control over my world than that, but this is a great base to start on. So I thought we could have a little fun here and figure out how this works. What? You can view in 3D? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Or you can put it on a globe. This is cool, and this is free. And you can save it, you can load it, you can export it. I have never seen this before, and I am geeking out. Let's see here. Also, by the way, for the people watching, how are my levels? How's the music? Is it too loud? Is it annoying? How's my mic? Oh, it sounds like Ethan just got himself some food. Awesome, dude. Let's see here. So it says here, layers, preset, political map, cultural map, religions map, provinces map, biomes map. Oh, maybe that's where we need to start. Oh, that's interesting. So it'll show you the different like forested areas and different biomes. Got the mountains here. That's cool. Height map, physical map. What's the difference there? Places of interest. Oh, neat. Okay, and then when you scroll over, it says there's hyenas over here, and there's traveling circus over here, and a storm burn portal. Oh my god, this thinks of everything for you, which is cool. I like that. I want to have more control. John says, I'm watching while I mark at work, so don't change levels on my account. Yeah, okay, thank you. And then you got a military map, so I'm assuming you can see where the different regiments are. That's pretty neat. This is intense, this program. Like, they've thought of everything, and emblems. Okay. It's going to show you the different banners around the world. I wonder how it automatically makes those, or if it just has a repository that's pulling from. And pure landmass. I see. So I wonder if I can do stuff. So if I started with a landmass like that, which is actually pretty good for an island, you can edit the biomes, bergs, cultures. So what happens if I... Oh, I see. And you can change the percentage of the different biomes. So if I only wanted, let's call this 10% grassland. What did it change? Why did we get all those weird... Well, it's mad at me because it doesn't add up. Cell 640. Area, population 1 million are in the grassland. So let's change that back to 30. I think it might be showing populations. I don't know what these blue and red marks are here. Okay. 80% is tropical rainforest. So if we were to start with this, that kind of makes sense. Oh, I can scroll. I can move the map up and down just by grabbing it. I didn't know that. Okay, so hot desert. Why would a hot desert and a cold desert and then a mountain? What, like, that doesn't make sense to me. This is glacier and tundra. So the light gray is glacier, the brown is tundra. Oh, look, and there's glacier and tundra on the north side here. But then why would there be a cold desert around here? Normally you would have forests around these. I want to draw. Can I draw? What program is this? I missed it, John says. This is Asgard's fantasy map generator. It's asgard.github.io/fantasy-map-generator. Google it. AZGAAR. Actually, why don't I just put the link in the chat? Ding dong. Okay. It's a free map maker. It's pretty intense. My issue is I think I would just rather draw it myself. I like the shape that it's got here. Okay, so what's a berg? There are different bergs. As in towns? Gives me a list of names. And then scroll in. I think I broke it. I think that's what the blue and red is. This is not good. I'm always afraid of like touching too much. Pause. I wonder. You can add a berg. Okay, so it just keeps bringing that up. Anybody in chat know what the heck a berg is? State labels. It's all in this overview. Close. Close. Apparently you can install this as an app and use it offline, but it doesn't have quite as many functions or something, it said. Create a submap. No, create. Transform. This operation is destructive and irreversible. It will create a completely new map based on the current one. Don't forget to save the map to your machine first. Well, I don't care. Points number 10K. Shift. Rotate. No, I don't want so many points. What the heck? Too many for 60K. It says 10K is the sweet spot. You can shift it over in the map a bit. Scale. That's just like a zoom. You can mirror horizontally. Ugh. Vertically. Ugh. I really like the shape of this. I don't really need to transform, but I'm gonna see if it gets rid of... Nope, the blue marks are back. Berg is Germanic for hill. Well, thank you, my robot friend. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Why? There's so many hills. Like, this is too big. I want it to just be like one island. So how do I change that? Canvas size. 1920, 1080. Points number, okay. It's giving the map a name, a year, an arrow. Height map, high island. That's good. Volcano. I need that. New map. Oh, we might be onto something here, folks. Okay, culture's numbered. Well, if it's just this one map, maybe I just go one culture. Culture set, high fantasy. I don't really care. I'm going to change it all anyway. States number. I think in the island, there would only be one state. It's one island. Let's do 3 provinces. Maybe thinking like, I just saw your bleep blorp. I'm thinking maybe there's like 3 main houses. So you got the Smash Stones and 2 others. I used to have names, but maybe we can come up with some names together. Berg number, auto growth rate. I don't know. Size variety 1.7. Growth rate. There's a growth rate to the land. That's kind of odd, isn't it? State labels, short names. I'll just do short names so that I can change them later. Interface size 1.5. Tooltip size 14. Theme color, that's fine. I wonder if we can change the theme color. Yeah, we can. You know what I'm doing here, folks. I can't help myself. Transparency 5. Oh yeah, there we go. Little see-through there, you know what I'm saying? I like it, I like it. Autosave interval 15. Generate random mat. Okay, on load behavior, that's cool. Asgard assistant show. Okay. There's a speaker. You can do Microsoft David English. Emblem shape, culture specific. Let's just do fantasy 1 and see what happens. Best performance. Okay, so now I want it to make me a new map. So let's do this again. New map. Oh, okay. I really hate these little blue dots everywhere. Where's the 3rd province? That looks like 2 provinces to me. I don't like the shape of this. I liked the more rounder shape. Let's do it again. It's not doing it. I clicked new map in it. It's not giving me new maps anymore. Okay, map settings, new map to apply. Oh, down here. Okay, hate it. Why would there be a province just in the middle by itself? Also, shouldn't there be 3 provinces? I thought we said that. What am I missing here? Province ratio 3. Let's see, 5. What happens if I do 5? Is this not showing me provinces or what? We're learning here, folks. We're learning as we go. That's a little bit better. I still want a rounder. Ooh, I like that with the little sister island there. Yeah. Okay, don't mess this up, Greg. Whatever you do, don't mess it up. Okay, so let's go to style. Default. Ancient. What's this do? Oh, you can change the look. Gloom. Pale. Light. Watercolor. Clean. Clean one looks like it's kind of got acne or something there. Atlas. That's interesting. And then you can select that. Okay, Dark Seas. The music got dark as I said that. Whoa, Cyberpunk. Night. Monochrome. I don't know. I think I kind of liked Atlas, or let's go to default. I liked Atlas the best. Okay, select element. Grid. No. Okay. Anchor icons. What are those? You can change all the colors of the anchor icons. You can change. Ensure the element visibility is toggled on. For biomes, I clicked in biomes here. Clip water, clip land. You can blur. Okay, I feel like I'm messing around too much. What I do want to turn off is those little blue and black, or blue and red marks. What the heck are those? Ah, you can edit your burg. Burg feels like it's like a hamlet, like a town. I think burg stands for town. You can change it to capital. Okay, so the scale of this is still too big. You know what? Okay, so in my brain, there's a big volcano in the middle of the island. There's a big fortress into the volcano where they mine the obsidian. Culturally, in this island, the dwarves have become the masters of obsidian, and they make the best worldwide obsidian weapons, magical weapons. And outside of that, then I was thinking there was that would be like the high tower, and in and of itself, it's a city. Think like Moria or something like that. And then not far away from that is like down here, we would have Port Obsidian, which is like the city area. And then what the heck else would we have? I don't know, but this map is not. I like the shape, but I don't know how to make it do the thing I want it to do. Look at this, you can change colors. Huh. Okay, so what are the layers that we have on? Oh, maybe this is what we'll turn that off. No, scale bar. Oh, populations I turned off. Okay. Borders, states. Okay. If I turn off the borders, that's kind of cool. What's the relief? What if I click on relief? Fascinating. It is, we're too far away. So how do I make the scale of this way less? Growth rate, size. Oh, I don't want to lose this though. Generator settings, that's the generator. Maybe I could scale this up for you guys so you can see more. Yes! Smarty had a party. I don't know if that helps on your side of things. Also, can you guys even see that chat? I didn't realize that the chat looks like that. Oh boy. Silly Greg. Let's move this. I see. So I got to go like this, and maybe I got to scale this other thing down. No, I want that to be a little bigger as much as I can so you guys can see it better. Moving things around, it makes your brain go boop boop. Okay, chat box. We can move that over a bit. Oh, that's okay. And now the little chisel. There we go. Does that look cool, or am I wrong? Let me look at it over there. It looks okay, I guess. Not bad. All right, back to work. Get back to work, you bum. Okay, so I made that bigger. You can see it. Let's start. Okay, I want to see height map. Oh, fancy. Okay, I don't want the relief on here anymore. Got a cool texture on it. What else am I seeing? Labels. Let's turn all the labels off. Now it says icons. What are? Oh, those are supposed to be the cities and the towns and things. There's so many. I want like 2. So let's take that off. I think I'm gonna end up having to open up Photoshop here and get to work. Do we think this is a good start, though? Huh. Well, let me play around a little more and see what's going on. So if cells, it says cells. Why? Put a grid on it. You can put coordinates on it, which is kind of cool, actually. It'll show you the biomes here. Hated it. Windrows is like a compass. Where's the compass? Instead of put windrows on there, I guess. Don't see it. Rivers. Rivers is cool, which is correct. They would start from the mountainous area and head towards the sea. But I want to control them more. We did relief religions. Okay, looks like there's 2 main religions here. Cultures. Okay, so I see. So it's putting like the majority of the population on the north side of the map, which I don't want. I want it on the south side. This is just not working out the way I want. Look how many provinces it has. Zones. Borders. So all the borders are up there. So this is like no man's land. It's crazy. I love that. It just like the different routes. It'll map it out for you. Temperature. So 50. Oh, who knows what Fahrenheit is? -6 degrees Fahrenheit. Isn't that like death? 43 degrees Fahrenheit. That's crazy. It's very cold. And then the ocean is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. This thing's broken. Population we had on ice. Gotcha. Except that this is supposed to be a volcano, not ice. Precipitation. Oh, look at where it's raining. I get it. I understand what it's doing because this is supposed to be the whole world. So the scale is nuts. Let's see what it does for emblems. Oh. I don't know what makes these fantasy style emblems. But I like that idea. You know me, I like branding. Okay, so icons. I guess that's just to map out the different towns. Labels, military shows where they are. Markers of different things like Newberry Healing Spring, Multock Forest, Coracon Bridge, an old crossing of the Yulbalhorg River, rarely used since the drying up of local trade. That's cool. Those are smart. Rulers. So the whole island is about 4,000 miles long, apparently. And the scale bar. Oh, in the bottom. I like that. That should be there. Vignette. Nothing. Oh, well, this was disappointing in that it's not doing what I want it to do. But what I will do, I wonder how does it save? Export as a JPEG. Scale 1. Let's go 2, 3, 4. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. Size 4. You can save it as a JSON file. That's cool. And you can export map to Foundry. See this module. This is pretty intense. Oh, what the hell? Are you not a mod already? How do I make you a mod? That's a good question. I will delete that. And then how do I make people a mod? I am a mod on Discord. Yeah, okay. Well, let's Google this. Mod and your username. Oh, easy peasy. It has been so long. Let's see if this works. There you go, sir. You should be modded. Moddable? Moderated? You should be watched at all times. Wants to, download files. Okay. While that happens, I'm going to open up Photoshop here. Sword test. Oh, that's how you know you're a mod. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like I'm like just starting from scratch again. I don't remember any of this. Okay, now let me find this file. Oh no, you guys are seeing behind the scenes. Don't look. You'll see things you're not supposed to see. Desktop. I gotta view extra large icon so I know which one to open. They're all literally the same. Okay. Oh, open, darn it. Yeah. Nobody saw anything. Safe. Thanks, John. Well, that was your push, really and truly. But I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. You know what? I'm gonna open up new. Let's do something. What the heck is 1920 times 2? That's 3840, I believe. Yes, thank you. Calculator. 1080 times 2 is 2160. There we go. You know what? I don't even need all that. I'm going to do this. What the heck? There we go. Bring this in here. That's 100% not what I did. Why did it? Let's do that. Pop it over here. There we go. Convert to smart object. Wait, that's bigger? Fascinating. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Bum ba da bum 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 ba da dum bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Oh, why does the edge look like that? I hate it. When in doubt, convert to smart object. Scroll down. Remove background. Oh, I don't see my chat. Glad you're back. Does anyone? No, they don't. Shoot, I don't even remember what I said. Dang it. I missed the joke. Okay, so here's our little world. I think I'm just... Like I said, I really didn't plan for anything. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me get my pen out here. Okay. I don't want soft round. I want hard round, but I don't. I want pressure. What the heck? Oh, because it's on general. That's why. Hey, I saw you. Go back there. This thing's tricky. There you are. That's what I wanted. Okay, so let me show you my little vision here. So you got like a big old why is there no smoothing on? Okay, we got the big old volcano here, right? And in the volcano you got the big fortress, dwarven fortress style, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And inside that fortress there, they all go in. That's not where they go in. They go in here. And they're like mining away, and they're deep into the lava flow, and they're mining obsidian and other magical elements, and it's like a religious experience. Oh, what did we say here? Greg, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Me, see above. Does anyone? No, they don't. I got it now. I got it. That's true. So, yeah. Then this would be connected down here into Port Obsidian. Port. Okay, so this just doesn't want to work for me. Port. This isn't even like my writing style. It's so weird. I should have changed the size. Okay, I hate that. This goes down into the city, where actually this is good. I want to open up this area some more, like so, and then have like all the docks and stuff, because this is the port town. Big shipping and import-export hub. You know what I'm saying? And then you would have, what else would you have out here? So you're going to have like your big temple. This is a temple, I promise. And then you would have, you know, like this is a big city. So there's like houses and houses and houses and people, and all centered around the port. But you would have the path to get up here. I suppose that would be like a day's trip, not even. Half a day's trip to get up the mountain. How big is that mountain? That's a good question. And then what else did I have in my head that I could map out now? I love this little sister island. Maybe there's like a cool bridge. And maybe, so up here are like the big scary seas, and then down here's like the nice smooth seas. You see all the different lines? These ones are scary. Scary seas. Then what else do we got going on here? See, this is why I need to sit down and do this, probably be more prepared before we get out here. But I did have a lot of these ideas. I just don't want to pull all my backstories up and read through stuff. That would be pretty boring. Oh, for goodness sake. How do I turn off... John! How do I turn off these bots that keep showing up? How to stop bots on Twitch. Enable shield mode. Quickly activate this in your stream manager for instant protection during... No, that's not what I want. Auto mod. Set auto mod to level 2 or higher. Where's auto mod? Your creator dashboard under moderation settings. Okay. They've changed so much stuff in here. Chatter permissions. What should I put it? Email verification? Phone verification? Followers only mode? Auto mod and message filtering. I don't know. You know what? I'll figure that out at another time. Hang on, I forgot to turn on mod view. You're fancy. You know a lot. Yeah, more or less today was kind of a test to see how the things would look and if it would work, and figure out all these little nuts and bolts. We've got more coming up. I'm going to try to do this as World Building Wednesdays. We'll do your lunch hour, sort of 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much. If check this out. Check this out. You think that's cool? Check this out. Okay, there it goes. Look at me. It's me. I'm big in your face. And then I just go back. Oh, look what I did. I doubled up this picture here on accident. This lovely picture. Yeah, so what else would be in a port town? We're going to have some rum shops, that's for sure. Rum. And you got to have some government buildings. Gov. This is not even what my writing looks like. Government. Port. Yeah, it makes it look like I don't know how to write. What else? He said, dang. Dang. Trying to think. What else would you want in a city of dwarven trades, people, religious? Give me some ideas here, Johnny. Giant statue of me. Okay, yep. Here is the giant statue. And then beside the statue are two smaller statues. Oops. Actually, that's a good point, though. There will be some pretty cool statues, especially up here in the fortress. And essentially, the way that this is set up is like if the port gets taken, they move back to the fortress to fight there. Oh my god, that's so like Tolkien. I didn't even think about that. A dwarven megazord that comes out of the lava flow and is like, well, what does that even look like? Angry dwarf. Beard and all. He comes out and he's like, I'll murder your babies. Look, he's even got Viking jab style. John says, I don't know. I'm the ideas guy. I'm serious, though. It might not be right for this city, but it is not a terrible idea for somewhere. I agree. I think it is pretty cool. I don't know that these dwarves are like artificers in the sense of building mechanical stuff. I think they're more magical and more spiritual. In my head, it's about they're very connected to the land. So dwarves in this world think that they are the first people. Orcs also think that they're the first people. Orcs call themselves first kin, and dwarves, I believe, just call themselves the first people. So that keeps them at odds with each other. They don't like each other. But I can't see the orcs being, I don't like the idea of them being engineers. You know, I love the trope of gnome or goblin engineers. I love that. I think I want to keep it connected with the D&D world. Or do we? I don't know. Everything's kind of open air for me. I'm open to great ideas. Yeah, table it for now then. I think what I'll probably do is take this offline and start to build it out. Come back next week with a better idea of what we're doing here. Today was more of kind of a stream test. What I would like to do is get the overlay of this island, and this is going to be like the main point from where the world builds out. And I think next steps after that is really deep diving into Port Obsidian and laying that out. I'm going to see if there's some better tools to do that with as well. I don't want to sit here and draw on Photoshop all day. That would be really long and tedious for most people. And I think there's a way to do this high level. Yeah, let's start with the town. So I've got the town. It's sort of. But I've also got the idea of the island in my head too. So, yeah, I think we're there. I think I just got to lock in and figure out how we're going to do that on stream in a really cool way. Yeah. Doing a lot of like talking to myself and thinking through this process, which is cool. I don't know if that's boring for most people, but it's kind of cool for me. Helps me organize myself. So, Mr. John, thank you for hanging with me. Thanks to Ethan for showing up as well earlier on. I think we're going to end this stream there a little bit early. John says, I'll be here for the, I should say, Shield says, and I'll be here for the asshole remarks that end up being something. Yeah, I think that's going to be the fun of it. That's going to be the joy of it. Like, it's collaborative. I have very loose ideas. I think I need to go back and check my spreadsheet, because in my spreadsheet, a lot of my ideas are not that loose. I've already outlined a lot of stuff. Let me open that up. So in my spreadsheet, I'm not sure you guys can see along the bottom, but I have my background tab. This explains the world. I've started listing out the main gods, what rank they are. Like, there's over deities, which created the world, greater deities, intermediate deities, etc. I want to play with the concept of the medicine wheel colors, and use that. I don't know how familiar everybody is with the medicine wheel, but it is an indigenous concept that like, there are 4 different seasons. There are 4 different, essentially, I want to connect it to like biomes, and there are 4 directions on the compass. There are 4 peoples. Yeah, so there's something there that I want to hold on to. Give Shield view privileges. No, get out of here, Shield. Can't have it all. I started listing. Shield will give feedback. Damn it. I'm gonna have to give it to him. Obsidian dwarves. Or I started writing down the races, and separating dwarves out differently than is in the D&D world. Like, I've got obsidian dwarves, which are like gold dwarves, rock dwarves, sea dwarves, and then regular dwarves, like all the other standard dwarves. A lot of orc stuff. I want that to be connected. I like the dragon board, calling them dragon kith. There's also like giant kinds, so Jotunkin, and then everything else. Like any, if this does become something bigger, any race we can figure out a creative way to add them in here. I separated the geography out a bit here. As you can see, I'm playing with the medicine wheel colors, which are white, yellow, red, and black. I was going to start listing wars. This is the politics between the different areas and clans and stuff. I had a whole NPC page. I wiped it. I've started fresh here with just the one type of NPCs and different kind of monsters you can find in the world. So it's very loose. It's open to interpretation at the same time. My main goal is to connect everything back with a Caribbean Viking lens. Shared will give feedback, and then you said winner Genya. So anyway, all right, cool. I have appreciated you guys hanging out and rocking with me on this one. It wasn't the most organized, and I think we'll just get better as we go. More so for me, this was a test of getting back in front of the camera and doing this whole streaming thing, and I thought it went okay. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I thank you, John. He said I had fun, and I appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate just the energy. It's cool to be back. So stay tuned. We'll try to do this again next week, every Wednesday. I'm pretty good at committing to things. I am looking at also running my hypnotic patterns, my music making stream. If that is something that people are interested in, I could start that again. And I was thinking of maybe just doing some video game streaming in the interim, off and on. If people are interested in that sort of thing. So yeah, thank you for watching all. Thank you, John, for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. And we'll see you soon. He says without stopping the stream. Goodbye, guys. Thank you.